welcome to another episode of Space Hulk, mission number 6, which is called Alarm Call. James is back here. He's going to take command of the Terminators in this scenario, looking for victory here in the corridors of the Space Hulk. So, fascinating scenario, this one. Probably one of the most interesting ones we've done so far. And we will get to see the appearance of the Blood Angel's Librarian Terminator for the first time in the scenario. Some fascinating rules for him as he takes command here. The mission is to awaken some unconscious Space Marines. It's Lorenzo and his squad are unconscious at the moment. They're scattered across the corridors here in different rooms, and the Librarian has been sent in to awaken them from their sleep. Gene Stealers, of course, will try and stop them in this game, and they've had some success so far, but Gene Stealers haven't yet faced this Librarian. Alright, so there's a Librarian here, and then a Terminator with a pair of lightning claws here. So Calistarius is the name of the Librarian. It's Force Axe and Storm Bolter, and then Brother Claudio is armed with a pair of lightning claws. Okay, then this is Squad Lorenzo here, and this is a squad that's unconscious. James has to try and wake these Terminators up. Squad of 5. So Sergeant Lorenzo here, Power Sword, Storm Bolter. Brother Zale with the Heavy Flamer. Then there's Brother Dino here, Brother Scipio, and then Brother Noctis as well. And all three of these Storm Bolters and Power Fists for them. Okay, so the scenario is called Alarm Call. It's quite intricate, this one. Fascinating, really, the scenario that we have lined up here. So Librarian is placed here. He has to start there, and just behind him James has placed Brother Claudio with the pair of lightning claws. So the aim of the game for them is to awaken the sleeping Terminators from Squad Lorenzo. We've already placed them on the board. We took it in turns to place them in the 5 rooms. There's 5 rooms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and each room is a sleeping Terminator. James went first. He placed Lorenzo just there, and then he's also placed Scipio just there, and then Brother Noctis is just there. We got to place 2. Brother Zale here with the Heavy Flamer is right in the corner here. Then Brother Dino is just there in the corner of this room. James has to awaken them. It costs, he has to get within 1 square, and then it costs 1 point to awaken that Terminator. Once he's awakened, he can't do anything that turn, but then he's free to move on the following turn. And the aim of the game, James has to awaken 3 of them. Then once 3 of them or more are awakened, then the Librarian and 2 other Marines have to escape off of this point here. So he has to go around, awaken as many as he can, and then escort himself and 2 of them at least off of this point here on the table. So I think it's a very difficult mission. Fascinating, but James does have some very decent models here in this scenario. So Gene Stealers will try and stop them as much as they can, attacking from all different directions. Gene Stealers can come on here, 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 and then across the other side from here and on here as well. So what we're saying here, there's a couple of jammed doors. We've marked them by turning the door at an angle. This one's jammed, so it can't be opened. And this one's jammed just here, the one next to Librarian as well. And we're saying that we're playing by the new rules for Space Hulk, which is that doors cannot be destroyed by shooting or close combat. What we've said for the jammed doors, because this missions was done in 2009, we're going to say that the old rules for doors apply only to these 2 doors, that they're partly destroyed or they're partly open, and James will be able to try and break them open for the usual rules. That's getting a 6 in shooting or in close combat will destroy the door and leave it open. Other doors can be opened and closed as normal. Just to mention a few other things, Gene Stealers will start the game with 2 blips. And then just a summary of the rules here. So lightning claws, Brother Claudio. James will always get 2 attacks, and for one of the results on the dice he gets to add 1. If he goes into guard mode, he gets 2 dice. He can reroll 1 of the dice, and then he gets to add 1 to the highest. So pretty good in close combat. Squaring up pretty well against a Gene Stealer in close combat there. And then lots of rules really for the Librarian. He's on +1, the same as a Sergeant gets. He has a Storm Bolter. Then he has a number of PSI points that he can use. He has 20 of them to burn through. and he can use them in two ways. He can use a psychic power, which costs a number of points, or he can charge up his force axe. So what he can do with that is, in close combat, after dice rolls have been made, James can then choose to use PSI points to boost up his result. So, for example, if he rolled a 4 and he wanted to get a 6, he could use 2 points to push it up to a 6, and he just expends points to increase his score. The danger is, of course, that he can run out of points. He's only got 20 and it can't be recharged. So, but pretty significant there for Librarian. He's able to divert power into that deadly axe there. Then also some psychic powers that can be used. He can use Prescience, which just costs 1 point. It means he just regains an extra command point. It's quite straightforward. Then for 2 points he can play Force Barrier. That's any square within 12 squares range. It doesn't matter about line of sight. You can place the marker there and it will block that corridor for a whole turn. And so it just denies access there. And then he can play, for 3 points, Psychic Storm. It's range 6, and again, doesn't need line of sight. So range 6 squares away, no line of sight needed. He can target a single square, in which case, if there's a Gene Stealer there, it will die on a 2+, or he can target a whole tile. So wherever that tile is, like a whole room here, or this crossroads, or a corridor, that whole area, any Gene Stealers are in there, they die on a 4+. So he's able to use that, and that is 3 PSI points. So a very flexible, powerful model there. And that's exactly what James needs, because it's a difficult scenario that is ahead. So that's deployment done. Going to get ready to go on to the first turn here. The sleeping Terminators await the rescue here. The Terminator Librarian and Brother Claudio, we're getting ready to move out here to try and rescue these sleeping brethren. Okay, ready to make a start here. Just one other thing to mention, James will get to reselect his command points bonus only when Sergeant Lorenzo's awakened. Doesn't get that bonus there for the librarians. So Callistaris is about to make his move. James has never used him in anger before. Here we go. It's a nice model.
Do an attack.
2 points, 3 points for an attack. He gets 1 dice, he gets +1 to the score, and then he can burn out some points to try and push up the result. Gets a 6 straight away, so jam door smashed asunder by Callistaris. Alright, so well done Callistaris. That is excellent start from him. 1. So that's 4 points. Now he's on to extras if he wants to move. 2. So he's moved an extra space there. James is using up a command point. And then now Claudio, 1, 2, 3, move from him, and I think that marks the end of the turn. Not too bad here, so far so good. Gene Stealer turn next. Okay, so Gene Stealer turn, a bit thin on the ground here, going to take a while for us to get our forces together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 to open the door, And then coming around here, we've placed one just in this corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up behind this door there. So that's movement done. Blips coming onto the table now. We'll go on to the next turn here as Callistaris continues to lead the way. Brother Claudio close behind. Okay, so on to the next turn here. So Callistaris, he walks along the corridor. He can turn left or he can turn right.
He's going to do honourable thing, say hello to the sergeant.
He's going to awaken the sergeant, okay.
2, 3,
Door opens.
4. Command point. Wake him up.
Alright, so Sergeant Lorenzo has been awakened. The two converse with each other about the situation on the Space Hulk. Lorenzo says that other brethren are spread in other rooms, so they then plan now to head off and awaken the others. Still got Brother Claudio to move. 2, 3, 4. And if James has any more command points, no, he doesn't. Alright, so James is not rolling too well. He will get to re-roll, but it's a reselect, isn't it, for the number of command points if James wishes to, now that Sergeant Lorenzo is awake. But smooth running so far here. 2 Terminators now has become free as Sergeant Lorenzo has been awakened. Okay, so it's time here. It's all about time to try and reach the others before the Gene Stealers swarm in. 2 more blips will arrive this turn. So I think we're going to head along the corridor with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then swinging our attention around here, we're going to go there. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to open this door. And then for reinforcements, we're coming on over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the other blip just behind. So blips coming on now. Alright, so James's turn here. It's going to start off with Lorenzo. Yeah, just checking the rules there. James, once you're awakened, you can face any direction you want. So Lorenzo's actually facing that way. So now he's going to go 1 point, 2, 3, 4, 5. Using up some points here. Yep, to awaken Scipio. Nice. We'll just put the door there. Now Scipio can face any direction. Right, okay. Lorenzo's gone to there.
But can...
No, Scipio can't do anything. That could be trouble.
Actually,
Alright, change of mind there from James, just because of the blip that's so close. So, going into Overwatch with Lorenzo, and then Scipio got early contact here. But can't reveal this blip yet, it's out of line of sight. Scipio's going to stay asleep. James will awaken him next turn. Okay, so up the top here.
Going to attack the door.
Yes, it's going to attack the door. Brother Claudio gets 2 dice. Gets a 5, becomes a 6 for +1. So that door's been destroyed. This is good results here. James didn't want to be slowed down by those doors.
1,
So it's 1 point, yeah.
2,
2 and awaken. Yeah.
3.
Any direction you want. With him, that's Brother Noctis.
We're going to go that direction.
Facing that way. That's fine. Okay, so 2, 3. The Terminator's awakened here. This is a good start. But this doesn't indicate that James is going to win. We've still got a long way to go. Alright, so Librarian Callistaris is going to move. James is going to put him in to there. Okay. 2, yeah. And I think James is going to use a psychic power here. Yes, he's going to try and kill that blip. So doesn't need line of sight. It's within range 6. So 2+ to kill the blip, which he does. Oh, it is a 3. Well done. That's a good move from that Librarian. 3 Gene Stealers killed by him is an excellent result. It's a very, very good result. And it's cleared the danger here from these guys. So pretty good. Alright, so Prescience now being used to grant James an extra command point, which James is going to use to give to Lorenzo to then awaken Scipio. James can use it at any point. So we're pretty sure that's fine what's happened. So Lorenzo quite happy to leave Scipio asleep, but seeing the destroyed blip, or Gene Stealers, Lorenzo's then prompted to awaken Scipio from his sleep. The coast is clear. So another Terminator is awakened. Only 2 left are asleep there in the lower corridors just off camera here. So I think that's the turn finished for the librarian and the other units. So we've got a couple of points left here with the move here from the librarian. So James could continue to press on. He is, and he's going to open the door. Okay, so door opened. Good move here. This librarian's very impressive. I think to have such a specialist model has flooded James with confidence here. He's feeling down a bit after a triple defeat, especially after the last game. But now the librarian's presence here is something different, and it's refreshing to see him just fly along here. He's doing very, very well. 2 more blips awarded to the Gene Stealers. We're going to go on to their turn next. Okay, so Gene Stealer turn. We've got a reinforcement to come on just at the top here. So James will do it for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Thank you. And then over here, one on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there with that blip sneaking between the Terminators there. Yeah, James doesn't mind Gene Stealers so much, but it's sneaky Gene Stealers he doesn't like. They cause trouble. But that one's being particularly sneaky along there. Librarian may well sense his presence. And then down here, the reinforcements from last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and the other one following up just behind. A lot of manoeuvring here, and one blip was close, but it was picked off there by the librarian. He's a good guy to be around in the space hulk. So on to movement here for the Terminators, just bearing in mind, so James has awakened enough Terminators now to actually, if he wants to make a move for the exit here. The librarian has to get off the table, plus any other 2 Terminators. So the way looks open to some degree. There's a blip here, but James has these incredible psychic powers that can really clear a path to victory. But we'll see what he does. So we'll wait to see who he starts with. Remember, there's 2 sleeping Terminators in these rooms. One just here, Brother Noctis, and then Brother Zale asleep. See what James decides to do about them, and then the awakened Marines here. All of these available to move freely this turn. Alright, so James is going to start with Calistarius within 6. He's going to try and 2+ kill a blip. Using up his points, but may as well. 2+, yes, take it away. It was a 1. I thought you might try and kill it, so he used a weaker blip there. But clearing the blips and protecting his Terminator brethren. Still, that doesn't count towards any action points. He's still got 4 action points to use up. You want to be clever here. Calistarius. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Overwatch, yes, because he does have a Storm Bolter. Okay, making pretty good progress with him. Yeah, James electing to rely on Overwatch on this distance here if these blips decide to come around the corner. And then he's got his axe, Force Axe, to back him up if he finds himself in combat. This librarian's dominating the table here. So a nice, clean-cut, efficient mission. And if James gets a victory, it will equal the balance. Alright, so Brother Scipio on the move now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Looks like he's turning and going on to Overwatch. James using up some points, but he's heading off in the direction of Brother Zao, the Heavy Flamer, in the room just below. Okay, so Sergeant Lorenzo here on the move. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, backing up Brother Scipio. Okay, Brother Claudio with the claws. 2 points to turn around, 2 points to advance. Okay, and then Brother Noctis advancing behind, and then using his 2 spare points, may as well go into Overwatch. Okay, so that's the turn finished then for the Terminator. So far so good from them, very efficient stuff from them, and the Terminator Librarian, a very useful character to have on the board. So Gene Stealer's next. Right, Gene Stealer turn. This corridor is quite clear, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 after the Bravo Claudio. Then over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, and down here, may as well go after the librarian. Let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3. So you can overwatch, just a 1. So let James roll up here. Fouls, 3, 4. He gets a 5, so Calistarius gets his first kill, bullet between the eyes here, and then 1, 2, 3, we'll hold there with that blip. So the end is in view here, the end of the mission is in view already. Calistarius has moved swiftly through and has a view at least to the exit, although there are blips nearby. 1 reinforcement blips arrived here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as well. That marks the end of the movement for the Genie Stealers then. Not having too much of a significance yet. The Terminators moving quite freely around the board, accomplishing their mission. So far so good. We'll go on to their turn now. We'll see what James can do next. Okay, so moving for the Terminators here. I think James is going to start with Bravo Scipio, just in front of Sergeant Lorenzo, just there. He's facing that way. He's going to continue to head on that way. Alright, I think it's Sergeant Lorenzo that's going to do the awakening. So 1 point used, 2 points to go into Overwatch. There for Scipio, so now covering this direction. Remember the exit's that way, so it's pretty good tactics. So Lorenzo, I think he's going to try and awaken Brother Zale, who's down here. And in. Okay, good stuff. Alright, next, just moving to the top of the table here, Brother Claudio with the lightning claws. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, ignoring the blips here and moving straight ahead. And 5. So pushing down in this direction. Interesting. So ignoring the blips, there's 2 blips, there's 1 there, 1 there, but he's pushed straight ahead to follow on. I think James might be going for the exit here, which is wise. You've got Brother Noctis at the top of the picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to use up an action point there. That's pretty good. Nice stuff. So that's his movement done. Okay. Alright, so Calistarius now is James is going to use the psychic power. He's going to put a force wall here to block that blip from moving through to cover the retreat of these guys coming down. This librarian is pretty good. He's multi-skilled, and it's really helping the Terminators here. James then using 2 points to go into Overwatch. Not going to advance any further. No. Okay. Okay, just trying to amass their force, I think, before I push on towards the objective. But that gives time for the Gene Stealers to bring on more reinforcements. We'll go on to their turn next. Alright, so Gene Stealer movement here. We will just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and open the door 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with that reinforcement blip, so turning and going in another direction. Try and block off the exit here. Alright, then along the top, we'll move this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there with that one. So blips closing in from multiple directions. And then down here, we're just thinking what to do, whether to try and make an attack on Calistarius there. Okay, so we've got to be careful, We'll go after the Librarian, here we go. So it's just the one. So James gets to try and overwatch this Gene Stealer here. I get a 6, another kill from the Librarian. Reinforcements moving up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gene Stealer's not able to engage fully yet. It's taking them time to close in, but they're coming in from multiple directions. Blips here, blips at the top, blips right along the corridor along the top here as well. So 6 blips available to them. But that marks the end of their turn. Looking healthy still for the Terminators. Will go on to their turn now. So on to Terminator's turn. I think James wants to play that he wants to leave no sleeping brethren behind. It's very honourable, typical Imperial player. So the Librarian is telling them all to hurry up. Lorenzo says we will not leave until everybody's awake. So Lorenzo's going after Zale here to awaken him. Just panning down so you can see he's very close to doing it. And then we've got Brother Dino here, still unconscious, just tucked in the corner of that room just there. Okay, so Sergeant Lorenzo on the move. Should be quite straightforward for him. 1, 2, now he can awaken. 3 points used to do that. Any facing you want for Brother Zale. And then 4 to there. Okay, so mission accomplished for him, well done. Brother Scipio next. It's going to go on the move. Backing up, an overwatch for him. Okay, quite predictable. Good covering fire from him. Alright, next, it's these 3 remaining. I think James is going to move Claudio next. With the power claws. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, moving dead ahead. No extra points being used. Brother Noctis is right behind. Yep, no doubt he's going to go as fast as his legs can carry him. No, he's not. No, he's turning. 2 points. And then James is going to use up 2 command points to go on to Overwatch. Okay. So what's left now is Calistarius, the Librarian. Right, so Calistarius is going to cast Force Wall again over into that top corner. Just there. It's just behind this door. Out there in the corridor. So just blocking that blip from moving. Yeah, just to confirm you can only do 1 power a turn. So that's it for psychic powers. 4 points remaining. James is just weighing up whether to advance and go on to Overwatch. He's going to and then going on to Overwatch, so a little bit of an incentive there for the geniuses to make a move, but still a fair distance for them to try and get through a load of Overwatch. James probably has some command points remaining to clear some jams. So that's the movement done for Terminators. No casualties suffered. Good manoeuvring. 4 out of 5 of Squad Lorenzo have been awakened. Angles being covered. This is good stuff here from the Terminators. We're going to Gene Stealer turn next. Okay, so Gene Stealer turn. Actually put on a reinforcement here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We will reveal, just to give James something to think about here. So that's a 2. So James gets an Overwatch here with Brother Scipio. Trying to take them out. 6s he needs. Double 4's a jam. Then we'll go 5. Double 6 is a jam and a kill. So that's a kill there for Scipio. Right, so he's paying points to clear the jam. We will advance. He's going to fire again. 4 and 1, no. And then we will go 1 more. Double 1's a jam and a miss. That's as far as we can go with that Gene Stealer. But James has failed to bring him down. Overwatch is left with a jam. So with this one, you can see the force wall blockings. We'll just go to there with that blip, and that's all we can do. Brother Noctis here. 1, 2, 3. It is a 1. Sort of forcing the hand of the Gene Stealers here. James gets to Overwatch. Need 6s? No.
Just need 5.
Yeah, in which case we will just hold it there, I think. Yeah, we'll hold it there. So then we'll reinforcements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go that way. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there with that one, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with that one, just flooding on, and then 2 blips here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It wouldn't be enough to contact him. We'll just go, stay where we are, and then we will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with that blip just there. So pressure on the Gene Stealers here, struggling to get an area where we can attack significantly or effectively. James keeping a healthy distance, good Overwatch, and that Librarian is a real bane for the Gene Stealers in this scenario, but that's their movement done. So we'll go on to the Terminator turn next. So the game now revolves around this area here. All the Terminators are in view. So Librarian just here, one's sleeping Brother Dino, still to be awakened, but the rest are awake, looking pretty healthy. There's a jam to be cleared there on Brother Scipio. So we'll let James make his move here. I'm wondering who he's going to start with. Okay, he's going to start with Sergeant Lorenzo. I think I know where he's going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4 to open the door. Okay. Alright, so Scipio next. Clear the jam for a point, yeah. Okay, yeah, it's going to back up. Gets a free shot for doing that, so firing ahead at the Gene Stealer just ahead. There's only one of them. 3 and 1's a miss. So he's going to Overwatch, go into Overwatch here, use the last point, and then expend another point to set up for Overwatch with Brother Scipio. Alright, Brother Zale next. He's awake and he's free to do as he pleases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, okay, he's going to fire the heavy flamer up to the door, and then that's going to block the blip from coming through. That is clever. That's a good move. Didn't see that one coming. So that's those 3 done. We've now got these 3 here. Claudio to move, Noctis backing up, and then the Librarian still holding his ground for now. I think it's whilst he gathers the other models together, gathering strength before he makes the final push for the exit, which is just over here. Okay, Brother Noctis then's moving first. He's going to back up, get a free shot. So, oh no, whether to stay where he is. Shoot first. Alright, so he's going to use an action point to shoot. 6s. No.
Stay with 5.
5s now. Yes. Alright, so a kill there. Gene Stealer gun. 2 points remaining. Overwatch, okay, 40 might, that's good. There, each character here, each Terminator, each model, pulling their weight so far. There's none that have disappointed yet. These 2 remaining then, Claudio and the Librarian, Calistarius. Right, Calistarius is going to move. It's going to go 1. Overwatch. Any psychic stuff from him? James wondering how best. He's in range now to target this tile if he wants a dispersed attack, or he can aim for a single blip. It's hard to know which one's the highest value, if any of them are high value. Right, he's saving his psychic powers. He might be saving up for his axe. He may well need that to smash his way through to victory later on. So it's him done. Claudio's the only one that's left. Turning 1, and then going right up behind. Now, what's significant here is that the Librarian has to escape off the table. He must survive. If he dies, the mission is lost, actually. So the game could end very quickly indeed if the Librarian dies. But that's movement all done. You can do any psychic stuff if you want to. He's not going to, alright? So he's had his chance. We'll let the Gene Stealers make their move next. Alright, so James did a turn here, placed a number of reinforcement blips, and then we've got to try and kill off this Terminator librarian. If we can do that, then we win. So Overwatch better be good for this guy, but he has got this Power Axe, so this Force Axe, so it should be okay. Okay, so we'll give this a go. A 3, so we go to there, and then they have to go 1, 2, and 3. So Overwatch then, James gets the first one with the librarian coming through. No, okay, so we've got 1, 2. Next one gets his hit. Okay, so 2. Missed. Sustained fire now. So 5 pluses. 3. No. 4. Does get his hit. This is a good Overwatch here. 2. And this one. 3. Gets his hit. Well done. So well done there from the librarian. He's shooting his way through these gene stealers. I have to think about what we're going to do with the next blip here. Yeah, no, I'm gonna. Can I give it a go? 1, 2. Reveal is a 1. So we'll put him out. So that's 2 points used up. No. 3. Jam. James has cleared the jam. 4. Gets his hit. Alright, not much chance of getting through there. This next blip will move to just there, and then the reinforcement switch is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just moving up. Then this one, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. This one's going to go to there. Yeah, it's a bit, see, he's not on Overwatch here. To be careful with him. And then across the top here, we'll move down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of that one, and then a reinforcement's arrived here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Gene Stealer struggling to get to grips with the Terminators here. It's good from James. Still got one more Gene Stealer to move. That's the one on the extreme right. Yeah, proper Scipio. We'll give it a go. 1. James can roll just on camera there. It's a miss. 2. Gets his hit. The odds are he's going to get them. He's keeping himself at arm's length here from the Gene Stealers, and it's paying off. So that's the end of the Gene Stealer turn. We'll go on to the Terminator turn next. So looking healthy here for James. Brother Dino's still to awaken. The others are awake. They're in good position. And then leading from the front is the librarian there. So looking good. Been backed up by Brother Claudio as well with the lightning claws. Alright, so James is going to start moving here. Brother Noctis, I think, is going to go first. And all he's going to do is going to back up. Overwatch, that's the good way to go. Well done. Okay, next one, Brother Scipio. Backing up, Overwatch. Yeah, this is all good. This is very, very good here. Next is Sergeant Lorenzo. 1, 2. Open the door 3. And then 4. Okay, steady progress, making his way towards the sleeping Terminator there. Brother Dino. Okay. Brother Zale going into guard mode. Doesn't really need to fire this turn. Coast seems clear ahead. But just sitting there on patrol. So I think, if we see here, James has these 3 ready to guard, to cover the retreat, and he can make it a dash. He can make a dash here with 4. And he only needs to get 2 of them off. So this is a position of strength here for the Terminators, for sure. Okay, so next, Brother Claudio going into guard mode, is not advancing. And the librarian back onto Overwatch again. Anything else? Any psychic stuff? He's going to have a think here. Okay, so yeah, he's going to go for the force wall here. It's going to go there. Okay, so that denies us rushing the librarian. That's pretty much means we can't reach him. Can't reach anyone anywhere. He's blocked off the Gene Stealers here at every angle. Very, very good indeed. So we're going to Gene Stealer turn. Might not be able to reach the Terminators, but we can amass some more reinforcements. Okay, so can't move with this one. We'll just tuck in there with that one. Then just swinging left. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. then reinforcements arrived. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So loads of blips now in this zone. We'll join them with another blip from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then reinforcements arrive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very high concentration of blips here. Then we've got the 2 blips at the top. So feeling the pressure that we need to advance here. Oh, it might well be worth it. Yeah, we'll go for it here. So we're going to go 1 and then place these out. 1 has to go there. I suspect James will want to place the others there and there. So there's 3 of them. So that's 1. James gets to overwatch here, hoping for some jams. 6 is direct hit. So 2. Another direct hit. This is Brother Noctis here. 2 with this one. It's fallen over. 2 for that one. Double 1. There's a jam. Immediately going to clear the jam. Then we'll go 3. Gets the hit. Oh, more Gene Stealers being brought down here. A lot of damage being dished out. I think we'll hold it there with that one. Still want to keep an anchor point at the top, just there. So well done, Brother Noctis. He's brought down 3 Gene Stealers on Overwatch. That marks the end of the turn for the Gene Stealers. James definitely still looking strong. We'll go on to the Terminator turn next. So looking good. Just remove that wall. Psychic wall's been used. So James can head off in this direction to escape. It's within line of sight here, and then in a position of strength in every area of the table, really. But he wants to. Okay. So he wants to, I think, just try and get a secure victory. He doesn't want any hiccups, which Gene Stealers are good at causing. So he's trying to play it very cold and calculating here. Perhaps the level head of the librarian and his battle experience and foreknowledge and foresight kicking in here. Very coolly and calmly dealing with the situation. So Brother Noctis is going to move first, straight into Overwatch, not backing up. Yeah, I think just so that James can see these diagonals is the reason why he's holding there. Brother Scipio, I think James will back up 1 and go into Overwatch. Okay. Brother Zale going into guard. Brother Lorenzo, 1, 2. You can make him start now. Yeah. So he stands facing that direction. That direction, yeah. Lorenzo's got 2 points. Oh, 1 point to expend. So it's 1, 2, 1 point remaining. Probably wants to do a 90-degree turn. Perfect. Okay. So all Marines awakened now. That's it. Okay, that's 4 points used up. So these 2 remaining, Brother Claudio and the Librarian. So decisions to make. How to deal. He's got to get off here. There's 4 blips awaiting him, plus reinforcements on the way. The way is clear ahead, but there's this danger along here. How to deal with that? That's the question. How to break through a load of awaiting, lurking Gene Stealers. Okay, James has been thinking about what he's going to do. Overwatch it is. He's taking his time. And then Claudio into guard mode. Alright, a bit frustrating here. James taking his time. I think he's awaiting the other Terminators to get ready to move out. So he's not rushing it here. Just trying to get himself a secure victory. But the whole time he spends doing that, the Gene Stealers amass their numbers. Okay, so Gene Stealer turn. James is going to move them for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and just tuck the other one behind. That's reinforcements done. I'm just going to come on from that angle and try and push in, sort of in this direction. Then I'm going to swing around. Okay, just had a little plan with this one. I'm going to go to there. That'll make me reveal, which is 2, 1, and then where would you want the other one to go? Here, here, there. Okay. So James can shoot. Just going to let off a little shot. Misses. So that was 1. Okay, so I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to that door, and then I'm going to go to there. James will get a shot here. 6s to hit and fails. Okay, so James is sneaking behind the doors. Right, so we're going to try and test this librarian here. Another blip reveals, just a 1. Here he comes. Real test of shooting for him. Failed. 2. Here he comes. Failed. 3. Come on. Double 5's a jam, but it kills the Gene Stealer. Okay, so another kill for Calistarius. James has cleared the jam. I was close, got quite close. I'll go for this one. 1, 2, and it is a 3. So 1. Take it and go there, and there. Okay, so let James shoot. Another jam. James will clear the jam. 3. Gets his hit. Okay. 3. 4. 5. Out of the way. And then we'll go 1. 2. Gets his kill. Oh, he's notching up some hits here. 1, 2. It's just a 1. 6 is here. No. Then we'll go to there with that one. I think is the best way to go, and then down here in the corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with that blip, and then at the very top we'll go 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with that blip. So still a strong Gene Stealer presence here, but haven't quite reached the librarian. But we've tucked a Gene Stealer just in there, may cause a little bit of trouble. So that's the end of the Gene Stealer turn. Their reinforcements are on. They're closing in, but still not able to make contact with the Terminators here. We'll go on to the Terminator turn next. Okay, so situation is there's that many blips left. 4. James has chewed his way through a lot of them. So it's a very high kill rate here on the Gene Stealers, and they're running out of bodies here. So this is pretty good, and it's all pretty much the Librarian's doing here with his decent Overwatch. Brother Noctis as well doing well. It's buying time here for the Terminators. So we'll let James move. Alright, she's going to move here. The first one to go with Brother Zale, who's firing ahead with a heavy flamer. Still plenty of ammunition left for him, so that blocks off that entry point and going into guard mode. Okay, it's just blocking off the Gene Stealers here. Very, very difficult. Yeah, Brother Scipio, got a feeling he's going to back up and go into Overwatch. Good for him. Very good. He's thinking. He might as well. I know he's going. Alright, okay, interesting move. So James just calculating the points, needs to do it.
It's just going to go like that for a second.
Right, okay, turning. And no Overwatch?
No.
No, okay, interesting move. Right, Brother Noctis here, dead centre. Straight into Overwatch, not backing up. Next one, Brother Claudio here, with the lightning claws. Backing up.
Actually, yes, we will.
Okay. I'm sure there's a method in his madness. And guard mode, surely?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's all 4 points used up there. So we've got Sergeant Lorenzo here. Brother Dino's available to move at normal rate. Yeah, so Sergeant Lorenzo next. He's going to go 1, 2, 3 and 4 to there. 3 there with Brother Dino. And 1 more. Okay, so amassing the Terminators here, getting ready for the big push. All down to the Librarian now. What to do with him? Gene Stealer's in front of him. Closing in. This is an important move. 1. You can see him, yes. 6 is to kill him. No. 2. Okay, so then he's going to go for another round of shooting. Gets his hit. There's 2 points remaining. Overwatch, and then Psychic Powers, I think. maybe going to be significant. James might use some. Yeah, he's paying to block just there. So he's he's going to stop all these blips from moving in, isolating one gene stealer. This is, I tell you, this is risky, James. If we reach you and kill you, it could be trouble. We won't know because he's got his trusty axe. Alright, okay, but we might drain points here. It's the best hope for the Gene Stealers. So that marks the end of the turn for the Terminators. We'll go on to Gene Stealer turn now. Okay, so Gene Stealer turn, we'll put on some reinforcements here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then down here in the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just coming on with them. There's only 2 reinforcements left after this. Gene Stealers at the top we're going to have to hold with. We'll send up the reinforcements to them. James can move them along for us. They're just over there. They can fly up 6 inches along the corridor. 6, yeah, and the other one just behind. Okay, again, just being kept back there by decent overwatch and fields of fire. This is how it's meant to be played by Terminators and Space Hulk. Very good. And then the focus will be here. So this is it. This will decide the game, actually, if we kill the Terminator. Librarian, but James says it's not going to happen. So moving in, 6s. There's a jam. James will clear the jam. Here we go. I knew he'd get the fire. He's gone. So we'll tuck in there with that one. We'll tuck in there with that one. And that's about all we can do. So that's the end of the Gene Stealer turn. Playing into the hands of the Terminators, I think, here. James is using up a number of his PSI points. He's used up about 2/3. He's got about 7 points left. So he's going to have to make a move soon. He's running out of points here with these psychic powers for this Librarian Terminator. So we'll see what happens next with the turn now for the Terminators coming up next. Alright, so Brother Scipio, this is on the right hand side, he's moving 2. I'm going to Overwatch. It's quite aggressive. There's a Gene Stealer just behind the door here. Okay, Brother Zhao moving now. Backing up. Interesting. And going into guard mode. Okay, next, Brother Noctis here. Straight into Overwatch for him. Okay, then the movement here of these 4. Sergeant Lorenzo here, Brother Claudio. Then Librarian Calistarius, and then Brother Dino here just at the back to move as well. So it's got to be the Librarian and 2 others to get off the table, and James wins. So moving, just tucking in along the corridor there and going into Overwatch. Calistarius will only be able to see to here, just 1 square to his left. There are other units coming up behind to support. So next is Sergeant Lorenzo. James wants to move. 1 turn. There's the brave sergeant. And Overwatch for him. So Lorenzo's going to take over with Overwatch. And then now Brother Dino, Brother Claudio still to move. 2 and turn. Yep. Okay, and then James will pay the extra point. No Overwatch for him. So no Overwatch for Brother Dino, but guard mode there for Brother Claudio. Right, so James was going to use a psychic power, he decided not to. He's sitting on 7 points remaining. He wants to keep them to charge up that axe. So we're going to go on to Gene Stealer turns. Chance here, and potentially a little weakness I've spotted that might win us the game, but we'll see. Okay, so what I'm thinking we could do is get in here and turn and attack the Librarian on the side. He'll not be able to use his axe, I think. But he might be able to save himself, though. We'll see, we'll see. So we'll try with this one. It is a 3. So we're going to go in strong here to start off with. So we've used up 1 point. And coming in here with 3 Gene Stealers. So Overwatch here, Sergeant Lorenzo. This is 2. It's a jam. And a kill.
Clear the jam.
Okay, clear the jam. 2. 3. Oh, Lorenzo. 2. Oh, this is very good. Keep going. There's another 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Here they come. So we'll go. Get to shoot. Yeah, sorry. So move 1 so far. That's a cock dice. You can reroll that 2. No. 2. Jam.
Yeah, the jam.
Okay. 3 and turn. Needs a 5. Fails. Alright, so this is it, we're in. Yeah, it is a weakness here. We've just checked the rules. The force axe can only be used to the front. James isn't facing front, it's been caught on the side. We're just going to check to see if there's any way out of this. This could be trouble we've got. We're going into the 4th point here for this gene stealer that's turned to face the librarian. Right, so we think James might be alright. We've just been consulting the rules desperately here. So checking the rules on command points.
Shoot him, so.
Yeah, he didn't shoot him. So what you're allowed to do, and we're checking the rules, this is we didn't know you're allowed to do this. So the gene stealer was here. When I moved into that position, it came to within line of sight of the librarian. Once you're in line of sight, James can do one type of action for each movement the gene stealer makes. So when we reach there, James is allowed to expend an action point to turn, which is what he would have done instead of Overwatch. That's fine.
Move 3.
Yep, he can't Overwatch me though. Then I go to there and turn. Lorenzo missed, so now we're in a position for James to do 1 round of Overwatch. And then if the gene stealer survives this, we'll then go on to attack him. So that's the correct way the rules can be done. Yeah, no, that's fine. Happy with that. 1 6 and he blows it away. Now he gets a jam instead. Okay, so James is using a point there to clear the Overwatch, is fine. So now it is down to close combat. We roll 3 dice. James rolls 1, he gets to add 1 to it, and then he can boost up his result with his axe, which is on 7 points. So our top score is a 6. James is just going to use up a lot of points. If he rolls low, he rolls a 5, becomes a 6. Do you want to draw, or do you want to pay? Or do you want to pay a point to kill it?
Kill it.
I'll kill it. Yeah. Okay. So it's going to drop a PSI, and the gene stealer's dead with a
Perfect.
hit from the. So James with a hit from the axe there. James is just trying to treasure the last few points he has remaining. Now has 6 PSI left, and gene stealer's still to move. That was close. Almost died there. So I'm still going to go after this librarian. Do hate him. So we'll move in here. So 2. So Lorenzo can fire. 3. Any jams here? James can't clear them. He's used up all his command points.
Fire first, then.
Okay, it's him. No.
Now.
Him, yeah. 3.
Librarian. No.
No. 4. And
You could shoot him
turn.
with Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, another one done. 2.
Lorenzo. No.
No. 3.
Now the librarian.
No, he's
no,
dead.
dead.
Killed him. 1, 2. Lorenzo again. Lorenzo. No. 3. Jam. Okay, it's now the librarian.
Yes! We got him!
Oh dear, how many gene stealers are they going to chew for? You can imagine the body's piled about 4 or 5 high of gene stealers here. But some intense Overwatch taking place here. Okay, so that marks the end of the turn. Very significant there. The way ahead is looking pretty open here. Gene stealers have attacked, came close, but have failed ultimately to kill any of the Marines here, especially that Terminator librarian. So well done to James. Good display of Overwatch there. So excellent stuff. We'll go on to the Terminator turn next. The way ahead is clear. Might be able to get a victory here. Alright, so movement here for the Terminator. I think Lorenzo's going to lead the way here. And I think it's a case of 1, 2, 3, 4. And clearing the jam. Paying the point for that extra as well. So this is it. This is the dash for the exit here. Terminator's moving up with the coast being made clear. Yep, brother Dino to move now. Straight up behind the sergeant. That's it. So we're going to get 2 of those off the table, plus the librarian. Yep, librarian next. Calistarius turning, following up behind. This is good. And then brother Claudio behind them. He can follow up, provide a bit of close combat cover. Alright, James just using a psychic power here and is blocking this blip from moving up. James covering himself as he moves up the table. Very, very good. So James paying his 2 points too. He's got 4 PSI left now. Claudio moving up behind. This is well executed here. I was worried that James was going to suffer defeats all the way to the end of this campaign. He looks set for a victory here, and probably one of the best we've seen so far. No casualties, and horrendous casualties on the Gene Stealers. Okay, double Overwatch there with Noctis and Scipio.
He's going to guard.
And guard here with Brother Zhao. Simple stuff. It's a policy that's worked well. The mission's about to be completed, so go on to Gene Stealer turns. They desperately try and turn the tide here, but it may be too little too late. Okay, so last 2 blips coming on here for the Gene Stealers. So we've placed them to come on, so we can't move with this one. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up behind with that one there. Then coming around, just have to go down the corridor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with this one. And then in this corner, reinforcements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with that one. Again, just too far away from the Terminators here. And then we're just going to have to make a rush for Overwatch, against the Overwatch there, I think, against these Terminators up here. Okay, so we'll give it a go. I'll open the door. Yeah, James gets to shoot with expended an action point. So jam.
Clear the jam.
Clear the jam.
So
2. Got to kill at least one of these
2.1.
Terminators here.
No.
3. It's a jam, but a kill. It's a kill for Brother Scipio. Then we'll go 1, 2. It is a 3. James can fire. Yep. God, gets a hit. 3.
Have faith in the bolter.
Storm bolter. 4. Another hit.
Purge the unclean.
3, that is. Then we're going to go on to. No, that's us. Yeah, that's right. 4.
Fire. Now it's sustained fire.
A jam.
Yeah.
5.
Clear the jam. Use the points up now.
Okay. So that's 5. We're on 1 more movement point after this.
Actually,
Not going to fire?
no, there's no point because you can't reach me. So.
Okay, I will do fire. In which case we'll shift along to there, the last point. So that's jammed. I'm just going to leave it jammed. Actually, we'll go to there because that can shield our other blip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, no, we'll leave that one just like that. James's Overwatch has been good. We know that he can't stop us here, so we'll go 1. He can't unjam himself if he does jam. 2.
Sustain fire. No.
3.
No, you did.
Oh, he's got it. That's Brother Noctis knocking up a kill here. Okay, so turn finished. 1 blip and a Gene Stealer there. A couple of blips over here and 2 blips that are stuck behind a force wall here, a force shield. So not many Gene Stealers left. We'll go on to the Terminator turn next. Okay, so start here. Sergeant Lorenzo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's gone. Okay, Lorenzo's off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dino's off the table. Wow. And then all that's left is the librarian. 2, 3, 4. To there.
Psychic power.
Oh, he's going to use his psychic power
To block there.
to block behind. That is
Perfect.
a perfect move. And Claudio doesn't even have to worry,
No.
because we can't get to him either. Alright, not bad at all. So that has guaranteed James victory here. There's nothing we can do to stop it. So it's just a case of dealing with some gene stealers over here. Alright, she's clearing the jam here for Brother Scipio.
Going to Overwatch.
Just going to go into Overwatch.
Free shot.
You do get a free shot, so you can shoot even 6s. Nothing, okay, and he just sits as he is. Remaining guard mode.
Yeah.
Zao, and then remain in Overwatch there. Your brother Noctis might back up one maybe. Oh, he's just deciding what to do. It's not too significant now, the game's pretty much won. Moving, turning, and using an action point, I think, to stick him back on Overwatch. Yeah, okay. You did turn, so you do get a free shot across to try and support Scipio. No, okay, so missed just there. Okay, so Jane's still a turn. We'll go to there, and that's all we can do with that blip. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with that one. Jane's is coming in, can't get through. Victory secured there. But we'll see if we can kill one of these Terminators just for a bit of pride here for the Gene Stealers. Okay, so going to go after Scipio here. So this is your chance. 6s. Oh, very good. That makes us reveal it's a 2. So 1 and 2. So we're going to go 1. Another 6. Would you believe it? And then 1.
No.
2.
Staying fire. Yes.
Yeah. 5s. Oh, would you believe it? Incredible stuff here. Excellent display of Overwatch in this game. So it's funny how it varies from game to game. But James has set up some excellent fields of fire here, and Overwatch, the display of Overwatch has been superb. We'll let James quickly do his turn. He can just run that Psyker off the table. So James we'll let him make the move that secures him victory. Well done, yeah. So move done there, Librarian Calistarius going off the table, securing the mission. Sort of leaving Brother Claudio though with a load of Gene Stealer blips to deal with. But mission accomplished for him. Sergeant Lorenzo, Brother Dino off table. And the other Terminators in a position of strength, I think, just to move their way off the table as well. So nice and cleanly done here. Heaps of Gene Stealers laying these corridors. James has secured a victory here.
Casualties.
No casualties at all on mission number 6. It's come as a surprise, I think. Looked like a very, very difficult mission at the start. Thought it would be a case of here we go again. And yet James has brought about victory. Okay, so that's the scenario finished. Victory achieved here for the Terminators. Well done to James, who's levelled up the campaign now. It's 3 games each. It has come as a surprise, as I've said. Didn't expect James to do so well. It was hard, but boy, is that Librarian good. He is tough. Loads of very, very flexible. Loads of possibilities with him. James has used him well. Have you ever used him in a game before?
No, first time.
First time. I think James has commanded him very well indeed. So you get a pat on the back for that. The Librarian will return. I think I know why he did so well. Because he's blue, isn't it? He's ultramarine, yeah. But he did do very well. James, using all of his experience in this game and using the Terminators really to support the main focal point, which was the Librarian there, has been used very well indeed. But that's mission number 6 has been completed. It is victory here to the Terminators. So James very encouraged by that. Remember, he suffered a triple defeat, 3 defeats in a row, and it's come as a welcome surprise here to achieve victory on mission number 6. Close. Gene Stealers had a little chance to catch out that Librarian, but he managed to turn just in time and was saved. So victory here, well done. I hope you've enjoyed it. We're really enjoying these, getting into the heart of the missions now. Still plenty more to come, plus any other missions that we can discover from various White Dwarf magazines and so on. But there it is. Mission number 6 is a success. The alarm call mission has been completed. So, great game. Well done to James, thanks for watching, and tune in next time. Right, let's just discuss the unit of the game, or model of the game. Very easy choice. I think the Librarian, it's his debut here in the Space Hulk campaign. He's done very, very well indeed. Just controlled the table. Just really dominated the whole of the table here, and was successful in everything he did, and helped bring about a very, very clear victory here for the Assault Terminators.